All right, people, damn, we are back. Under the Lens is back. We ain't got the air horn today, so I do apologize, but we've got the second half of Football Locker Room. I don't know if you man are still saying banter. Are you still saying banter?
Man.
Football Locker Room. There you go. So I don't want, you know what I mean? I don't want to get it wrong, but we got Shaq in the building, everyone. I gotta do it myself because we ain't got the flipping air horn today, man. But we're over on StreamYard full time, so hopefully the quality is a little bit better for you guys. Make sure you're smashing the like. Football Locker Room is in the name, is in the title. Make sure that you are going over there and showing these guys all the love in the world. You know what I mean? As I was discussing with James, they've had to start again. So don't be pagans. Go and show them love. And like I said, man, we got the second half of the coin today. You know what I mean? Because we got James who feels one way about the club and about how everything's going, and we got Shaq who I've seen you a few times, my guy. I kind of think you're kind of more on my side of the fence, but we're gonna get into it, man. Thank you for coming on, my bro. I definitely appreciate that. Um, let me just big up one or two people in the chat. Big up Latvian Guna. Big yourself up, my bro. Make sure you guys are putting the link for Football Locker Room in the chat for me, guys. And go and show them love. It's free. It don't cost a thing. Big up Mr. Battered. Liverpool gang in the building. If you got any questions as well for Shaq, please put it in the chat. Please put a Q by it, and we will get to it in later on in the show. Big up Wahaha. Definitely appreciate you today. Big yourself up, man. Big Shaq, yeah, with the quick maths. There you go, with the quick maths. Big up Dre, man. Good afternoon, view Shaq and the chat. Big up, man. Appreciate you guys. Gavin L, thank you for coming through. All of my viewers, you might wonder why it's all off. I've had to change my AdSense, so it will come back sooner or later, people. Big up AFC North London as well. Sorry, my bro. Man said 5% here for the B-Tech sound effect. Bro, it's not today, bro. It's not today, innit? Everyone was complaining about the B-Tech internet. So I try to come on StreamYard, you come off out of the pocket, and people are still moaning. But we're here, gang. We're here. Thank you for being here. Like I said, smash the like, follow Football Locker Room, and show all the love in the world. So, Shaq, my guy, I first like to start with just your kind of first exposure to the club. What kind of made you an Arsenal supporter, and then maybe some early good and bad memories, my guy.
So you know what? Yeah, like I've been watching football from like proper young, innit? Do you know what I mean? I'm gonna be honest. Like when I was like 5 years old, starting to get into it. Do you know what I mean? Support whatnot out of United or Arsenal. You know, they were both the teams that were popping. Do you know what I mean? I don't know, man. Just watching TV, man, and obviously, my oldest brother, he's an Arsenal fan as well. Do you know what I mean? So those were really my two main influences. And do you know what? At the time that I chose to support Arsenal, I'm lucky because as young as I was, you know what I mean? At least I get to say, raw, like, I've seen my club win the league title. You know what I mean? It's way back when, you know what I mean? Didn't have Sky Sports, so it's a teletext thing. Do you know what I mean? And then match of the day after. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, man, literally that's the beginning for me, man, when it comes to Arsenal, man. Do you know what I mean? I think for me, over the years, because obviously when I'm younger and a kid, like we can't afford to go to games or whatnot. Do you know what I mean? But the moment I turn an adult and whatnot, like we're not really doing much. Do you know what I
Right.
mean? So
Do you want to go?
I might pay to watch Arsenal on the TV, but I don't go to the games. I haven't bought an Arsenal top in how long, bro? Do
Same.
you know what I mean? I can't be invested in this, man. It's crazy. It's only a couple of times. It's only a couple of times I got it as a gift in it. Like, cool, I appreciate it. I'll wear it, but like, nah, I can't, man. It's just yeah, it's just been a shame these last 20 years, man. I can't lie to you, man. And
Yeah.
obviously, football's a big thing for me, innit? Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
I love the club, but it's just, you just become disillusioned, man. So when there's no success, it's like, especially the last 5, 6, 7 years, it's just shut. You know, like in secondary school, I'm like, yeah, we had to pay off a stadium, whatnot, blah, blah. Then you grow up and then new information comes out and you realize, yeah, no, these men are full of shit, you know? But, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you have to realize, bro, the glasses and that. I mean, you just wipe the steam off them and say, "Hold on, you get me? Yeah, I'm seeing it a bit clearer." So, have you got kind of like anything that sticks with you, like a first good memory, like from your early days with Arsenal, that sticks out, and like a bad one that sticks out from your early days, or from any time really, I suppose.
Boy, I think probably the earliest best memory here was seeing Henry score. Was it 4 goals against Leeds United?
Oh,
Do you know what I
yeah,
mean? That brother looked like he was on drugs, bro. I
yeah.
can't. Somebody had to drug test that brother, you know. Do you know what I mean? Like those are one
Yeah.
of obviously my better memories. I remember like when we did win the title, yeah, and obviously we were trying to do the invincible thing. I think we was losing against Portsmouth in the running. Do you know what I
Mm.
mean? I'm there on teletext, I'm stressing. Do you know what I mean?
Stress.
Little things like that. If we're talking early memories, do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Do you know what I mean? When we got battered in the FA Cup final, but I don't know how we ended up winning that. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
This is early days. Then you got that night in Paris. Do you know what I mean? And bro, even though I was probably a little older, I was what? I think I was probably like 14, 15 these times. But
Okay.
bro, Obafemi Martins, I think you should know what I'm talking about, bro.
Course, bro.
Obafemi,
Course.
yeah. that was a bad memory for me,
That's a
man.
bad
But yeah,
memory,
man.
man. I was at Wembley for
Yeah,
that, bro. You know what I mean? I was at Wembley for that. That was the last time. I think that's the last. No, it wasn't the last time I watched Arsenal because I did get given a game because obviously the baby mum side of the family, they're all QPR season ticket holders. So when QPR was last in the Premier League, that was the last time I was at the Emirates because um my dad is not here anymore. God rest his soul. Like he was a season ticket holder. Obviously, we used to pay for it together. We gave that up in 2008. I stopped buying. I don't think I bought a top. Was like 2006, like that, because yeah, it was just getting too expensive then, and we'd been seeing it from the Wenger days, like going from actually challenging. We'd get upset if we'd finish second, bro. Like we're kicking off. Do you get it? Now these men are like, oh, we finished second, we need to make a trophy for it. You get me? So it's a bit weird. It's a bit weird for me, man. But yeah, man, I definitely appreciate you giving us that little bit of insight. It's always good to hear people's journeys because, as you said, it was United and Arsenal back then, and that's why we have such a big rivalry, because a load of these, we call them Peckham Reds and all that, like these Man United man that are from London. Oh yeah, my aunt, he lives in Manchester. I used to go up there No, you didn't, bro. No, you didn't. You get me? So you get me. You found yourself on the right side of things, Shaq, and I rate that. I rate that. So let me ask you, big up James, man. It's probably him still. Big up yourself, man. Make sure you guys are following these guys as well. Football Locker Room. Put the link in the chat mods in it. Big up Wahaha, man, saying I'm messing with the chat. It weren't me, I just didn't want to give the wrong information. Then all I know is everything's just gone backwards, and I got to wait 30 days to redo my AdSense. Like that. So if you man ever get there, just holler at me because I can tell you what not to do. Like that. I can tell you what not to do. Yeah. And so yeah, we've hit it, but there's more delays. So I do appreciate that, Wahaha, and big yourself up, man. It's one of my members there, in it. Can't even participate properly. But anyway, it's not about that. It's about Shaq. So where do you think we are currently? Because I asked James the same thing. I asked everyone where you think your club is currently and what you think the goals are as we go into the next season, bro.
I think from a heritage standpoint, um, I think it's worrying times. I think since we first won the league title in all the way back in 1933, this is
Mm,
the longest period we've gone without a league title. Um, there's other clubs out there that is making history. We've just seen Chelsea win 2 trophies in a matter of weeks.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean? Manchester City is like a trophy or two behind us. Do you
yeah.
know what I mean? Both of these men got European heritage.
Mm,
I think we are. I think at the moment we are at a crossroads. We're really at a crossroads, and one of the main things is this as well: the fact that like we're in the position that we are in, but yet there's still the majority of the fan base that are genuinely okay with it.
yeah,
That becomes a problem because even though it was all bullshit, like when we went for the 9 year trophy drought, the narrative was we had to sell our best players and whatnot. Oh, look at Chelsea coming in with the Russian old money. Do you know what I
mm,
mean? That Man City coming in with the old money.
mm.
Now we got things like FFP. How true they are, I don't know. But now we got things like FFP, yeah, that can limit what people can spend. So the money can't be an issue no more. We also make well over 600 million a year now. Highest revenue. As the club love to boast these things, you know. Do you know what I mean? We have
Speak,
more merch releases than flipping wins, bro.
speak it, speak it, bro.
I mean, we have all of these advertisement things in the background. It's no
Mm.
longer London Coney no more. It's Subaruti.
I,
You ain't getting
bro,
better for that.
bro. I'm telling you, man, it's Arsenal football culture now. It's not even a football club, bro. It's a culture. It's a company, conglomerate, if I can say the damn word. So I'm with you, man. I'm with you. That's how people like me, yourself, Shane, other people that I talk to. That's what we think. This is what we can see, but a lot of people don't. So what do you, so what would you say then from your point of view, from your lens? What are the goals next season? Because for me, I think it's not to just get left too far behind. I can't say with chess that we have to go for the league, not with how we're moving in the transfer market. But what's your, how what would you say Arsenal's goals are next season?
What they should be or what they are, or
What
both.
they are, bro. And then you can tell me what they should be. I just want to hear from you because everyone's different. Everyone sees things different, my bro. So
I think, well, look, the evidence is telling me is that the club, they care a lot about, being in the top four.
mm,
I do think that, do you know what I mean, with all the money that, let's not they spend is coming out of their pockets, it's the club's pockets, but the amount of money that they have been allowed to, they're allowing the managers to spend, I do
mhm,
think that maybe they just want a little bit more.
mm,
Do you know what I mean, I just think that with the club, they want to win, but they're not desperate to win.
oh,
And
yeah, yeah,
I think that's the problem. And maybe it isn't a top four thing, but it's like as long as we're in the conversation, as long as we get to the latter stages of Europe, do you know what I mean? I think they would keep this manager on. And I think that's probably what the target is. Listen, we
right.
go again, we challenge again, make sure we go as close as possible. Do you know what I
Mm,
mean? Champions League, we need to get further ahead,
mhm,
maybe go to the final this time. But I
mhm.
don't think there's any internal pressure or any real internal goals to say, oh, a trophy must be won or there's going to be consequences.
Yeah, facts.
That's the and that's the unfortunate reality with our football club right now. Want to
Mhm,
win, they're not desperate for it. And the
mhm,
sad thing is, yeah, even if we are to drop another level, and here's the thing. Now, if it happens 2, 3 seasons in a row, then maybe they might move on. If it happens for the
mm,
next 2 seasons, maybe his contract expires, they move him on. And that's if, there's no title race, we're still in Champions League, but instead of getting to semis and finals, maybe it's the quarters or the
mm,
last 16. And
mm.
maybe we get another like semi-final cup run, like for the FA Cup or something, and they'll probably keep him on the job.
Yeah, yeah,
That's the
yeah,
problem. That
yeah.
might not be their goals. Maybe they want a little bit more, but they're not going to get rid of a man
Right,
if he
right.
drops the level.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't personally think.
Yeah, he ain't got no pressure on. He definitely don't look pressured to me. I think the guy's like one of the most luckiest managers in the world.
Mm.
So yeah, I mean, what do you think will happen then? Obviously, like do you, because obviously I asked James. I said, what's going to be enough for you? Because obviously James is saying, look, I understand what you man are saying. I'm not blind. I do see certain things, but now he's going to have his pieces. But for me, when I'm looking at it, without what I mean, without trying to even be funny, we still ain't got Jokeres across the line. It's July 17th, bro. If we do get him across the line, it's one man. You man went and done Madueke, so that's our left wing done, bro. Like you man are still doing exactly what you was doing before Bert turned up. Do you get it? Like Arteta bin Laden is an absolute terrorist and needs to be stopped because this is what he wants to do, bro. This is what he wants to do. So what And I asked James, what's it going to be? He's saying, oh, now he's got his pieces. One more season. And listen, I hear it. The only reason I hear it is because I know they're not going to sack him anyway. So he's going to be here for next season, right? So that's why for me, I was asking Bert. I don't want miracles from you, bro. I just want you to buy players for the club now, not for Arteta, not for his
Yeah.
system. And if you can't use them, then we move on. But like I said, what do you think realistically is gonna happen next season with this team, with our transfer window? What do you see happening for Arsenal, bro?
In terms of the transfer window, I don't see us buying in anyone else unless we sell players.
Mm,
Or let's say with the Eze deal, they have a payment plan that suits them, and
mm,
that's going to mean very minimal money up front,
yeah.
which Crystal Palace is not going to go for. So that's why I don't think we are bringing any more players in terms of the transfer window. In terms of players moving out, do you know what I mean? There's old noises of Kivio went to first team football somewhere else. Zinchenko obviously needs to be moved on. He's got 1 year left in his contract. But I
Mm,
haven't seen no concrete interest. I ain't seen no bid. So I don't know
mm,
what's going to happen there. You know,
mm,
I would hope that maybe Berger can do something there, but my prediction will be that these guys stay at the club,
yeah,
unfortunately.
yeah.
Fabio Vieira, I would say, and this is only because I've actually seen a club linked with him and a potential price. I haven't seen it with anyone else.
anyone
I think
else.
Palmer, I think, that he's linked with. I don't know. We want 20 million. We ain't getting that. Do you know what I mean? But at this moment in time, that's the only thing I can see. And I don't think 15 million would be enough for us to then go and spend near 70 million on another player.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean? So over the transfer window, I do think it will be quiet. I think maybe there'll be more focus on contracts and maybe moving players on, as well as obviously finalising the Gyökeres deal. But how the squad is, I don't see any additions, just players possibly leaving. And that's
yeah,
one or two. Because I've
yeah.
also heard that I think Reece Nelson, I think Fulham wants to loan him again. I think that's another
Oh,
one that I've heard of.
yeah, I
I
saw
know
that yesterday. I saw
we
that
should be
yesterday.
selling this clout, really.
Yeah,
But
bro.
I'll be
See,
real, I'd rather, do you know what? Yeah, I'd rather us kept to Reece Nelson spend 50 M's on Madueke. In terms of
that's what I'm
quality,
trying.
yeah.
That's what I'm
I
trying to
was
say.
saying,
And when I watch some of these other streams, my bro, I'm seeing
yeah.
people arguing. Are you trying to say he's not an upgrade on Martinelli? No, I don't think he is.
Ooh,
Like, I said to people in my chat, can you put your hand on your heart and say Madueke starts over Martinelli right now? Because you probably can't. So then, how is that an upgrade, bro? If you're the same level, even if you're just a little bit better, that's still not an upgrade. This is what people don't understand, but this is what the other side of things are fighting for. This is what because they're really excited. Berta's cooking, and we're gonna get into that in a second. Anyway, let me not let me not digress too far away from the track because I want to get through these questions, and then we can just roll through whatever you want to talk about. Rock out with the chat. Maybe we can talk about some news. So, if you had the magic wand, this Harry Potter time, you get me. You can change three things at the club, anything. What would they be, my bro?
club.
Three things, bro.
Ooh.
Chinks. You know Chinks phase.
That's a alright. So first off, yeah. Oh man, three things is not enough, my bro. It's not enough.
The three things that you think need changing, like right now.
Right. So if anything needs to be changing, yeah, it has to be the management team and the structure. It has to be. I can no longer have Mikel Arteta as the club manager. I can't. I really can't because, bro, the talent ID fucking stinks.
Hey, bro. Yeah, it's garbage. It is.
Bro,
It
stinks.
stinks.
I'd rather sniff my diarrhea about it. Stink with the talent
Stinks.
ID at this club.
Speak
It
it.
stinks. And
Speak
for
it.
whatever reason, however, yeah, Arteta's got so much power at the club.
Yeah,
So if he wants to play, he gets it.
he gets it, bro. Do you see how
And
quick they rose up that money? Sorry to just jump in there. You see how quick they rose up?
yeah,
The first bid weren't accepted. Bang.
mm,
Sorry, bro.
straight up. Oh, bro, do you know what pisses me off most about that Madueke deal? Yeah, Chelsea bought João Pedro. Now I
Bro,
understand João Pedro's going to play centre forward, but for me, he's better on the left than Madueke. Much better. I think he's slightly better than Trossard as well. Better than
bro,
Martinelli.
for that,
55 mil. And we gave Chelsea 52 M's for a bum.
because
We're
they've,
supposed to be a better team than them. We're going to get
bro,
the squad player. Are you mad?
man's cooking. You know why? Because they've got
Are you,
talent ID and we don't. These men are trying to for 80 million, yeah. They just bought two strikers, bro. Delap and João Pedro. That's competence. Do you see what I'm saying to you? We're out here haggling. Like I said to my Muslim brothers, I said we're out here haggling for the halal food and we're wolfing down the haram pork, bro. You understand what I'm saying? I don't understand why it's like that. But I'm sorry to jump in, man. So obviously you want to change the management structure, Arteta. So that will kind of be the first thing. Is talent ID a second thing, or is that kind of all just mixed up in one?
I think that's all kind of I think that's all kind of
Yeah,
mixed up in one.
mixed up in one. So
Um,
that's the first thing you
and
change, or management.
also when I say the management team as well, yeah, someone up above. I think we need
Mm,
to bring in someone else as well.
mm, And is that the second thing, or is that wrapped up in one as well?
Do you know what? I made that the second thing. I made that the second thing. Yeah,
Management, and then
yeah,
obviously someone what more like a football person, like at that
yeah. As
higher
as yeah as the as the CEO.
right. And then last
Because
thing, oh sorry,
and the last
explain, yeah,
thing.
Go on, explain, sorry,
No,
bro.
no, no. I was just gonna say because there needs to be. I don't understand how a club manager has more power than a director of football, probably a similar amount of power to a CEO. It's not making sense.
Mm,
Too many things are strictly in his image, and it's not to say that a club manager or even a head coach can't have a say in these things,
mhm.
but it's like it just seems like you're headhunting everything.
Yeah,
Like with every job, even if you're the most powerful person there may be one or two compromises here that you have to make.
right.
Maybe that goes with any job when you have like power, leadership, whatever, in it.
Yep,
You know
yep.
what I mean? But there's too many things that seems to be centered around him, and whatever tactical decisions that he makes, whatever personalities he prefers, it's not working. We might
Mm,
have become a better team, but it's brought us no success,
right.
which is most important. So yeah, new
Yeah, you got-
CEO, different
yeah,
management team,
yeah.
and finally, oh man, look, it's probably not possible, but the fan base.
I knew you was gonna say it. You know Chinks, innit? You know Chinks.
No, I wouldn't know Chink store.
Chinks, goes on Never a Foul. He comes on here quite a lot. Chinks Phase, light skinned on. You don't know? You don't
Hey,
know?
yeah. Sorry, that's that's the name I know him by.
That's how I know him, innit? Yeah, Chinks Phase.
Yeah.
He come on here, but all three of his things was the fan base because he thinks that we're just moaning. You know what I'm saying? But loads of people say the fan base, but for different reasons, man. But I get it, man. I get it. And yeah, no, I appreciate that as well, man. That's why I knew, like, a football person because these Donnies, like I said, it just come out yesterday as well that they're the richest sporting group on the planet, bro. Like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? And I don't even know if Arsenal's on their LinkedIn yet. Like, this is what we're dealing with. It's absolutely bonkers. Big up Dre. He says, start sending the sermon plate around. This is high standards of the Arsenal. That is the daily bread, bro. Do you know what I mean? Send it around, bro. Maybe we have to start raising money. I'm saying instead of doing petitions for Madueke to not come here, how about we petition to get the extra 5 million? Because this is embarrassing out here. Do you get me? Like for Jokeres. Man's coming up out of his own pocket, bro. Twerking. I've never
Mm.
seen that before in my life. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm just saying I don't remember that ever happening before. Big up Godfrey, all the South Africans in the building. Big yourself up, my guy. That's one of my main day ones. Big up Godfrey, man. Latvian goal. Our top four is like a trophy. And second place. When you listen to these man, and these man are getting onto Talk Sport, these man are getting information from the club. These man have got loads of thousands of followers, bare super chats, memberships, and all they're doing is glazing, bro. How can that be any better than what we? Why are you lot allowed a platform, but we can't come on and say how we feel about our club? We're bad for it, apparently. Anyway. All
You know
right.
what's funny? Do you know what's funny about that? Yeah.
Go on,
Do
talk,
you know
talk.
what's funny about that? They say that our negativity doesn't help. You motherfuckers been positive for how many years now? What good has it brought? Nothing.
Where are we now? You know where the standards of drop Shack, yeah? Because I remember we'd be kicking off. If we finish second to United, we'd be kicking off angry. We need to go again next season, this, that, and the third. Now it's like, oh, we got to the semi-final. Look at where he's taken us from. That's one of the things that really get on my nerves when people say, look at where he's taken us from. Because they act like we was in Bognor Regis, bro. Emery finished fifth. He didn't get to finish his second season. Yeah? You know who finished that season? Arteta. And where did he finish? Eighth. Then you might say, oh well, he was coming in halfway through the season. All right. Where did he finish the season after that? Eighth again. Where did he finish the season after that? Fifth. Missed out on champs to Spurs. Like he shouldn't even have got to 22, 23. You understand what I'm saying? So that really gets on my nerves, my guy, when people say, look at where we've got. But as you said, these man, they say that we're negative for views. They got thousands of people that tune into these guys, bro. Just glazing. I watched one guy called Arsblog, and he's been around for time, bro. Irish Don. I used to listen to his podcast and read his blog. I used to read it. That's how long ago it was. Man's getting Mikel Arteta to come to his live podcast, bro. He had an audience. He's got a live podcast. Why do you think? You think a man like me and you can get that to happen? You understand what
Hell
I'm saying?
no, bruv. Hell
No.
no.
All
Hell
right.
no, cuz.
All
We
right.
can't even get in the pressers. We can't. We start saying certain things, start challenging the manager. You don't see them again, bro.
You don't see them
You
again.
don't see them again. And these men want to control the narrative. This is what it is.
It's a
They want to
cabal,
control the
bro.
narrative.
Yeah, man, 100%, bro. This guy Latvian, bro, always got to come with you, man. A cracking joke in the tip. Big up Junior Films, though, each and every time, man. Welcome on in, Junior. Big yourself up, my bro. Please, there's 20 of you in the building. Make sure you are following my guest. He is the second face of the coin. We have Shaq, we have James, football locker room. You know what I mean? Please make sure you go and show them all the love in the world. Big up Gavin, big up Vigilante, man. One of my top mods. He said, I'm listening in the background, doing a few things, smash the lights. Big up, man. Big up, man. Big up Gavin. He said, but you have been so you lot are chatting to yourselves. I just want to make sure that these lot don't feel left out because they're pretty touchy, my chat. You know, United need a striker. They can have Jesus. They can have Jesus and Havertz, bro. How about that? Take them both. Sorry, man. He said, big up Eva. Oh, yeah, you lot are just doing dappings. Great way to put it, Shaq. They want to win, but not desperate. No true hunger. Exactly. When Cronkies come in, they said, we're not here to win trophies. You know what? You know my analogy, Shaq? I call these man, like these man are the plug, innit? And you see Arteta, he's just a corner boy. But you see, with this block, yeah, man ain't trying to give out turkeys at Christmas, bro. Man ain't trying to, he ain't trying to elevate all of the corner boys. Like, you're not going to move from one corner to controlling 4 or 5. All they do is ring up, is the money straight? Yeah, all right, calm. And then they put the phone down again, and you don't see them, cuz. Like, I think that's a great analogy, bro. Like, because that's all it is. They only want to know if the money's straight. They're not really trying to elevate no one. There's no turkeys at Christmas. No one's getting a promotion. You understand? I mean, what do you think of our illustrious owners, my guy?
Well, piece of shit, man. And that's not to say they've done everything bad, yeah, but
Mm,
I remember
mm,
having a conversation with James, innit? Do you know what I mean? And I'm telling him, bruv, listen, yeah, don't let these owners get away with the fuckery. Because he was making a point that since they've taken over 100%, we started spending more money, etc., etc. People forgot that. People forgot that we spent what, and this is under Wenger. We
mm.
spent what, 130, 140 mil. Remember when we bought Sanchez? 35 mil. We bought Callum Chambers. We bought Danny Welbeck. We bought in a few others.
Yep.
Like, we've been spending money. It's not just since they've taken over 100%. And whether or not, yeah, they controlled 100% or 60 odd percent, which they
Mm,
did with
mm,
what Usmanov sold off, they
mm.
still had the power to make decisions at the club. Do you know what I mean? So don't give excuses to these guys.
Right.
All
Right.
those years, yeah, we were selling our best players. We never had to do that.
Yeah.
I think the mortgage for the
20
stadium
mil
debt
a
was
year.
what, like 20 mil or something like that.
20 mil a year.
20 mil.
Yeah.
Never had to do that. You could have
Yeah.
gone about it differently, especially when back then the rules were more relaxed. But people
Mm,
forget as well, the rules are more relaxed.
yeah.
There's a lot
Yeah.
more you could have done.
Yeah.
There's a lot more you could have done.
I think I spent 56 million on Aubameyang. He was 28.
Yeah, and that was literally 6 months after we spent 45 million Lacazette. We spent bed, bro, before they took over the club 100%. So I'm not hearing that. At the end
Speak.
of the day, this is an investment for them,
Mm,
and we're probably the smallest piece of a greater portfolio.
yeah.
They're billionaires. I get they want to win, but like I said before, probably in their other sports, they're desperate to win.
Right.
And obviously, like I
Right.
said before, they just want to win.
Yeah.
One
Yeah.
thing that pisses me off the most. Now, I can understand, yeah, if obviously at some point you was financially pragmatic, etc., etc. Cool. I understand. Look, I get that we spend a good amount of money now.
Mm-hmm.
We could possibly spend more, right? But I'm not too pissed off with the money side of things. What pisses me off is the people that they employ. I don't know. I don't know how. I know obviously Berta is here now, yeah, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you went and got a head coach, and literally after 6 months, you made him club manager. You went and got a head coach that had no experience whatsoever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then you
Why?
got an Edu, yeah, who's a glorified black for the Brazil national team. You know what I mean? Booking the players and that. That's what my man was doing. You brought in those two.
I say travel agent, bro.
Two, bro. No, that's what I heard. He was there calling up BA and that, and do you know what I mean? Brazil Airlines and that. That's what my man was doing.
Hey, that was
You know what I
hard, bro.
mean? Picking
That
up the
one.
luggage for the players. No, sir, no, sir. You don't have to do. No, I got that for you, mate. I got that.
Man
Yeah,
said travel
no, bring your
agent.
luggages here, boys. Hey, bring your luggages here. I'll put them on.
That one was hard. That one was
You know what
hard,
I
bro.
mean? That's what my mama was doing. And
Yo,
look, okay, you can say they may have improved things in one sense, but it's like you gave all that time and all that money
right,
to
right,
flipping what? To inexperienced people. I don't
right,
get that. That
right,
you have no success and you don't change it.
right.
Edu never got sacked. He left.
He left.
What's his name? Vinay. He never got sacked. I swear that was the same brother that got frauded. I think Ligana was talking about it. Man got
Yeah,
frauded because he signed a sponsorship deal with some like
yeah,
fraudulent
yeah,
company or something like that.
yeah. Mazza, yeah, Mazza. That's what
You
I'm saying.
gave that man a promotion.
Like, you know what I say over here, my guy? I say money laundering and human trafficking, bro. That's what I say. Like, there's really dirt going on over here, bro. Because I
Mm,
can't explain our business because we make so much money and what we do with it is a myth. Ronald
mm.
McDonald, the hamburger light in the boardroom. I don't know what is going on, bro. And you've got Bert, and just like you said, we've got Berta to come in. Man's meant to be the best in class. I'm not expecting miracles, but I'm not expecting man to be getting stepped on like pub grub. You understand? If you say to him, "Oh, I want a striker," cool. Let me work. Let me do my thing. Cause I'm telling you, bro, and I've been saying it on this channel. Yes, I'm happy that we're gonna hopefully get Gyökeres. But I'm telling you now, if Leipzig weren't greedy, bro, Sesko would have been rocking up through this door because the same old things are going on at the Arsenal. Because if you really look at the signings in isolation, bro, where's the excitement? Where's the needle movers there, bro? Because even Zubamendi, I can't put my hand on my chest and say he's better than Voldemort. I can't say his name anymore, bro. Like, obviously for obvious reasons, yeah. But you can't put your hand on your chest and say Zubamendi's better than Voldemort. Yeah, you can't put your hand on your chest and say Norgard is going to do better in our team than Jorginho did. So for me, at this point, our midfield is weaker until they prove me wrong, which I hope they do. You understand what I'm saying? So looking at that, then we went and got Chelsea's leftovers again with Kepa. Bournemouth didn't even want him, big man. You know what I mean? They went and got another one of Chelsea's keepers. They even took Neto back from Arsenal from us. And we the one that end up with, bro, that's a waste of money. Then we went and get Madueke, bro. Eggy bread, bro. Fit. I can't believe. And so for me, that puts the gavel down on Rodrigo. Anyone thinking that we was gonna get Rodrigo, it's a wrap now. Um, so looking at Berta's work in isolation, bro. I can't say that Berta's cooking. I mean, what's your opinion on what's been going on transfer? Because we've got six. If we get Gyökeres through the door, it's going to be six players, right? But do any of them really move the needle for you?
Nah, not really. Not really. I think Gyökeres will. I think Zubamendi might. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and say, "Right, I watched him there." I
Same.
am impressed. I am impressed when I watch him for Spain.
Mm,
I've watched him a couple of times for Sociedad.
mm,
Very basic. I
mm.
but and bro, I can't get this image out my head. Yeah,
Casemiro. Bro, we're there, bro. We're
you
there.
know,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know, like when I say the brother got dominated. It was nasty, brother. That thing there for be on Pornhub and that.
yeah.
You know what
Bro.
I mean?
Yeah,
That,
bro.
that game, it was nasty, bro.
You want to see a
Nasty the way
dead
he was
body? That's bro.
dominating.
It was the Walking Dead, bro. Casemiro bodied him in that game, bro. And I was actually doing a watch along for that as
Mm,
well. So I'm like,
oh,
well, this is the
mm,
guy we're going for. This is the guy.
mm,
You know what I mean? But the one positive I will say though is that a lot of the teams that we play in the Premier League, especially, we come up against a lot of low blocks. So that time that people think he ain't gonna get on the ball, he actually might. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying every minute of every game, but it's still ifs and buts. We got to hope that he hits the ground
yeah,
running. You know what I mean?
that's what
Because
it is.
we're doing what we normally do, bro. How can we be excited? Kepa, Norgard, Zubamendi, uh, Madueke, Mosquera, forgot about him. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? That's five players
yeah.
there. That's without Gyökeres. They're gonna get us one player that we want, and that's only by circumstance, by the way. And then the rest is that. How is that gonna be challenging City Pool next season with what they're doing? Like, so I don't know. Sometimes I think maybe I'm just being too negative, man. But how do you look at it, bro? Do you think he's cooking? Because I think it's salmonella, bro. I don't think this is cooking, bro.
It might be salmonella still because he's cooking things fast. You know what I mean? Yeah, he ain't let the meat cook. You know what I mean? He ain't let the meat brown in the middle properly. Do you know what I mean? That's the one thing I can say that, like, in terms of like the time it's taken him to get most of the deals done. I think he's been swift. Do you know
Mm,
what I mean? There is a lot to do. Do you know what I mean? Because we got to remember there's the contract situations as well.
mm,
You see what I'm saying? And look, I understand sometimes the bigger the money, the bigger the compensation.
mm,
Even though I think it should have been dealt with a little quicker, than it
Mm,
has.
mm,
I understand, 70, 80 million transfer. There's going to be different things involved in the conversation. It might take a little time. I can understand that. But I think he's able to get a lot of deals done in the same window. We haven't done that for a while. Um, that's probably the good part of it. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, the question mark is obviously the quality. That's the one question mark. And the fact that one of those players was brought in because Arteta said so. That's the one thing that's not encouraging for me. Because it's
mm.
like, wow, we bring in a new director of footballer in, someone that is actually a lot more experienced, but
Knows the
yeah,
thing, yeah.
still he can't even, you know what I mean? There's still a power struggle there.
Bro.
You know,
And that's why I
that's
say, yeah, that's why I
I'm,
keep going back to the Leipzig thing because Pete, like
yeah,
the moment we keep hearing about Gyökeres, obviously that's the player that most of the fan base wanted. Obviously,
mm,
you're gonna get the Illuminati. Please, can I have a Christmas card? Please, can I come to the press conference? Them guys that always just back everything the club does. But a lot of people actually, even people on their side, wanted Gyökeres, but that's just by circumstance. It would be a lot more worrying if Leipzig weren't greedy because then we really would have to ask that question. What are you here for, bro? We might as well have just hired Ato or Rosicki because look at the quality of player. Only one so far, bro, that I can officially call gold dust, and we still ain't got it through the line. And we start our preseason tour in 2 days. Do you know what I mean? So he
yeah,
has been quick. I think I'll give you credit for that. He has been quick, but I think the biggest thing is we're not seeing a shift in the quality. Like, that does this show does I'm saying, does this show the lack of ambition for the club? However, like you said, them man, they just don't care, bruv. This is on Arteta for me. You know what I mean? And like you said, that's worrying that he's still got such a big say about the players that come through. All you should be doing as a manager is identifying what you need. I need a defender, a striker, and then you let my man work. Do you get it? But like you said, that's worrying, my guy. The fact that, Madueke, Sesko, why was we so heavily all the start of the transfer window, Sesko, because that's what it would have been. And then I
yeah.
really would have, if I had any hair left, I really would have been pulling it out, man. But let's try and quickly move on with these questions, and then I'll try and rock out with the chat for a little bit, and then obviously chat about your channel and what you lot want to do over there. Um, what was on? I'll tell you what. Before I ask this next question, let me just finish up with this on the transfer stuff. What was your what was your list like? Everyone kind of had players that they had in mind that they thought would have helped us challenge for the season coming up, or you know what I mean? Like, what was your, I don't know, 3 to 5 players that you think would have come in and really pushed us on?
Yes. So, backup goalkeeper, I would have just kept Carl Heinen done. As much as I'd rather spend 25, 50 million on a better goalkeeper, I would have just kept him and done.
Mm.
He's had first team experience now at Valladolid. I actually watched him a couple of times.
Oh,
Made
fair.
made a made yeah, made well, I think it was against Real Madrid. Made a few good saves. Like he did all right.
Right.
Conceded a lot of goals, but they were a poor team. Him and there's one other brother. Is it Moro, something like that? But yeah, like he was all right over there. So goalkeeper, I was cool with that. With centre backs, once again, I'm gonna go with centre backs that I know. I wanted to either get Guehi from Palace or Esri Consta from Aston Villa
Hmm.
as the rotation option. I
Hmm.
didn't want to buy any other defenders unless we sold anyone. Um, Unfortunately, obviously, because of our left back situation, Tierney leaving on a free,
Yeah.
I mean, we still have Zinchenko, we have Skelly, we have Calafiori. I really think Calafiori's shit. I'm sorry. I think he's shit.
Same.
I really
Same.
do. I don't know what people see in him. I really don't. In an ideal world, I would sell both Zinchenko and Calafiori. This was before the fact, by the way. I brought in either Ait Nori or Kirkers because I'm
Straight.
sick and tired of these inverted left backs.
Inverted.
Do you know what I mean? But coincidence, two of our rivals gone by them.
Ding
Sounds
ding
like what the
ding.
fuck they're doing.
Oh, ding ding ding. Cook, my bro. Cook.
Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously, DM, obviously, with the brother that shouldn't have been named, obviously, I would have just kept him, but
Yeah.
I didn't know, anyways, that was
Neither
gonna.
did I. Neither did I.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
he's gone. I would have brought in Douglas Luiz in, as the rotation defensive midfield option.
Nice.
Because I know him, I'll be honest, I don't know the DM market too well.
It's
Do you
not
know?
great. It's not great.
Yeah, yeah, it isn't. It isn't. I've seen him play in the Prem. good on the ball. Do you know what I mean? He's good at reacting to situations as well. I think
Hmm.
he could take set pieces as well. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, David
Okay.
Luiz would have been it.
Hmm.
For the in terms of the A, again another player that our rivals gone for, Reinders. Yeah, that would have been brilliant. That really would have been brilliant.
Mm.
Um, Also to play as an attacking eight as well as Reinders. Eze was on my list. There was what's my man? Just gone to Atletico. Oh man, Alex Baena.
Diana,
Um,
yeah.
that was
Yeah.
a player that I was thinking of. Um, I think there was one other player. Oh, and Angel Gomez as well. Simply because
Ooh.
he's homegrown, could play in the
Mm.
midfield. He could actually play in the
Mm.
six as well. Do you know what
Mm.
I mean? When I watched him for England, I was very impressed.
You're right.
Seen little
Right.
bits of Neil like
Right.
last season. He was
Right.
all right. He could play both 6, 8, and a 10 if we to go 4-2-3-1
Right.
free transfer. I think that would have been one of those smart signings.
You see?
Um, I'm trying to think. Was there a player I wanted? I think in attacking midfield off the top of my head, that's all I can think of. On the left wing,
Mm.
obviously Rodrigo,
Mm. Mm.
that would have been number one.
Mm.
I am trying to think who else. I think Lookman, I said I would have been all right with. I think,
47 million, bro.
yeah, I think he's going into now, isn't it? I
For
think.
40. Yeah, for 40
Yeah,
million. Make it
crazy.
make sense. It's crazy. Sorry, bro. Carry on.
No, no, you're right, man. You're right. Uh Cunha would have been a shout. When United bought him, I said
It
that.
was
I
piss.
said
It
that
was
we. I
piss.
think. Yeah, I think we're missing a trick here.
Yeah.
Prem proven 62.5 million, double figure goals, 2 seasons in a row. And as a
Bro.
footballer, he has the attitude where it's like, cool, I'm gonna
Mm.
go with that, man. That we
Mm.
needed that. I really
Mm.
do think that was a trick being missed.
Yep.
I want to say there's I want to say there's another player off the top of my head, I'm not too sure. Now, excuse me, come to centre forward, I think to be fair, I'm not original in this. Do you know what I mean? My number one would have been Isaac. My number one would have been Isaac. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm happy with Gyökeres. I
Mm.
think worst case scenario, I would have gone for Mateta.
Psh.
Worst case scenario, I
Why
would
weren't
have
we
gone.
even in for Embuemo, bro? 20 Premier
Yeah,
League goals, bro. Like,
yeah, yeah. The only
nah.
thing with Embuemo, just like Kudus, I really like them, but because we got Ethan and Saka on the right, and I don't know what they're like on the left. I
Mm.
would have done that, but hey,
Mm.
our manager went one step further, got a worse player that's used to the right wing that
Right.
wants to play on the left.
And he's
But
actually got better numbers on the right. Big up BBK. Like if you catch this on playback, because I ain't even uploaded the picture. He showed me the picture. When he's playing on the left, it's 007. That are literally the numbers. When he's on the right, it's not groundbreaking, but it's a little bit better. This is Madueke, by the way. The reason why I said Embuemo is because obviously watching Saka at the end of last season, he ain't looking the same, my guy. Like we can't play him the same way we did. And it's like Arteta don't want to play Ethan out there. That's why I was saying if we did actually get a right winger, even Madueke, like if he was like 10 million, you know what I mean, as backup, then maybe it would make a little bit more sense. But for that kind of money, I'm just like the moment we got him, I'm like, no, we ain't getting no one good on the left. That's what I do know. That's what I do know. Striker wise, man, what did you think of Sesko, bro?
look, Sesko again. He's a player I haven't watched live in like 2.5 years. I think I probably did watch him, but I didn't really take note of him. When I have watched him, I think he played against Chelsea in the Champions League one time, bro. He's just a busybody, just everywhere.
Mm.
I didn't see any finer qualities from him.
Right,
Just a
right,
busybody. I didn't really see much of him.
right.
Even when you watch the highlights, he's all right. There's some
Mm.
good stuff, but I think he can strike a ball very well. To be fair,
Yeah,
from what I've seen, he's got the
yeah,
power. He's
yeah.
got
They
the
were
power.
asking
I'll
for
say
90
that much. But
million. They were asking for 90 million euros, bro. Do you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like,
crazy.
huh?
Yeah,
Huh?
crazy.
Like what? Like, come on, bro. That's wild to me, man.
And
All right.
apparently,
Go on, sorry, go on.
the Pussyville wanted to put in a release clause, bro, in his
Release
contract.
clause. A release
Yeah, yeah,
clause.
yeah, yeah. Who do you
That's
think you
not
are, bro? Get
no,
the hell out.
bro, same. But you know what? I didn't even really mind because I thought if it's more than what we're paying for him,
Mm.
then what's the problem? How my big thing from that when I found that out is if the club's been doing all this homework for the last year and a half, how would they not have known this to get it? So
Mm.
I don't know. But still, I'm like, I just got to the point where it was like, if I don't want Sesko, but if you want him, why ain't he here yet? You done all this homework, da 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 da. Bearing in mind, I want to be doing this and not, whatever a kangaroo does to celebrate. I'm not sure, bro. So thank God that Leipzig were too greedy. But I'm telling you guys now, and everyone in the chat, if they weren't, no one will be seeing Gyökeres in an Arsenal shirt next season. Big up Godfrey said Eze will probably be our last signing. Bro, do you know what? I would be upset if it was our last signing, but I'm at the stage where I don't even think we get Eze. Like, once we get Gyökeres over the line, that might be it. So I'm praying that we get Eze. What do you think about Eze, bro? Do you reckon that might be our last signing? Do you reckon we got a chance of getting him?
Not really. I think we'll try going for him, but nah, not really. Not with the way we would want to buy him.
Mm,
I don't think so. And I
mm.
think the only way it happens is if we sell players. But then in the meantime, there could be interest from other clubs. So
No, well,
we never
if
get
there's,
we never get the nice ballers.
bro,
We
like that's what I'm trying to say.
never get the nice ballers.
What looks different from this transfer window, bruv?
Hey,
Gyökeres aside, we've got Hot Point, we've got Bosch, we got
hmm.
mini fridges. You know what I mean? We got everything but teeth for the strap. That's what we got. Everything but teeth for the strap. Why we keep buying Bosches and Hot Points, bro? What is this, bruv? Do you know what I mean? What's that show where they open up the thing and there's just bare junk in there, bruv, and you have to bid for it and that. When we open it up, it's just bare Hot Points, bare Bosch, Whirlpool. What are we doing? Like the way that this guy plays. Let me. I got two more, and then I'm gonna ask you about your channel. Then we'll try and rock up with the chat because I've obviously got intervention at 2:15. Um, I'll tell you what. Let's just talk about the Champions League because last season we got to a semi. The season before that was a quarter. Is it not only right to say that we should expect the final this year? Yeah, that's expectations. Whether we meet that or not, I don't think so. But I'm just saying, in it, because a lot of the guys that are backing Arteta and backing this process, they're like, "Oh, we'll keep progressing all the time, this, that, and the other." So then natural progression would mean final next year. But I don't see that happening. What's your realistic aim for the Champions League next year, bro?
My rule. I don't know. I don't really like realistic. I don't know. I'm just on a win or fuck off kind of thing. I can't lie, bro. Do you know what I mean? But
Oh yeah.
what I realistically think will happen, I don't know. I think it'll be another quarterfinal thing. I don't think we'll get ahead. Me personally, I want to win it. I want a double. I'm starving. This manager's in debt. This club
Mm,
is in debt to us.
mm,
I need a double, and that's a league and cup double or a Champions League and cup double.
mm,
I
mm,
need that. So,
mm,
yeah, I
mm.
need to win that. Even
Yeah.
that on Prem.
Right,
I
and then
need to
and if we
start.
if he didn't do anything, like say if he, I don't
Yeah.
know, if he just wins the League Cup or something, is that enough for you?
No, hell no. Hell no. But I know they'll probably keep him anyways.
Yeah, yeah,
That's the
yeah,
thing about it all.
yeah.
But
And that's the
no,
thing that we got to deal with, man.
I need minimum double. Even then I can't fully trust you. But
Right.
you just want me a double, whether that's a Champions League or a cup, Premier Cup, you just want me a double. I'm not gonna
Mm.
hound out for you.
Yeah,
But
same.
I'm not gonna hound out for you, but I'm still not gonna be able to fully trust you.
We're still going to be watching. That's what I'm
Yeah,
trying to say. That's
yeah,
what
yeah,
I'm saying.
yeah. No,
Yeah, yeah. I
100%.
don't hate Arteta more than I want Arsenal to win, and I want everyone to know that. Do you know what I mean? And that is the biggest thing. Big up Dre said, "True, yeah. Vieira linked with Palmer. Arteta's assistant is the head coach now. Geez, Carlos Cuesta following in the same footsteps as his idol by wanting scrubs. Well, there you go, there you go. Pick up Dre. Big up E Ross. Maybach music. Big yourself up, my guy. He's saying for me, but I take a step back." On his CV for being at this club, yeah. Look at the players that he's brought in so far, bro. And at the end of the day, people are like, "Oh no, it's an Arteta signing, it's a Berta signing." There should only be one signing, bro. Do you know what I mean? This is what he's here to do. This is what he's here to do. Big up Godfrey. He said, "Big up Mr. Battered, you legend. How you feeling about the Ekatike news? We can get into that in a second. Would you take Prime Diabala? Yeah, Prime. Um, Big up, man. Big up. Ross is saying facts. He said, damn, sniff your own diarrhea. Yeah, bro. That's how bad it is, bro. Big up Yassa, man. Hope you're well. Look, the Chelsea big bros. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how they're treating us these days. Hope you're good, Yassa. Yeah, the baller was a baller. Accountants recruit our players. Yeah, lawyers, accountants, everyone but football dons. Man said, why for that? Big up, man. Big up Yassa, bro. Who is next Chelsea squad we're getting? Well, Yasser's in the building, man. Look, take your pick. We call him the Chelsea agent. They're trying to get rid of Nkunku now. Don't be surprised, innit? Dre saying still can't get over the fact that Berta valued Maduki higher. That is bonkers. That is absolutely bonkers. And we've got a question for the panel. Before I get into this question, though, let me ask you about yourself, my bro. Let me ask you about Football Locker Room. Let me ask you about, what you're trying to do over there on the channel, what people can maybe look forward to. And yeah, just what's going on over there, bro.
Well, yeah, do you know what? Yeah, so basically for me, yeah, in this YouTube thing, I think I made my first appearance in like 2023, innit? Obviously from early, like man's been loving the content, do you know what I mean? And obviously, man loves my football, innit? Do you know what I mean? But in all honesty, yeah, I think what made me want to jump on it was me personally thinking that my club was just going down like that. Do you see what I'm saying? We needed different voices out here. And surprisingly, I was like, you know what, let me jump on, try it. Like, surprisingly, like, people actually gravitated towards me. Do you know what I mean? So I'm like, oh, yeah. What, man can do this? What, talking about the thing I love, the club I love, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? As much as they pay me, do you know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
yeah, cool, let's do it. Do you know what I mean? And obviously, a little while back, do you know what I mean? James brought me into the football locker room, man. Do you know what I mean? And obviously,
James.
yeah, like we're here now, man. We're here. Obviously, we started up a new channel in it. We started up a new channel, obviously more focusing on Arsenal and them kind of things there. But I
Yeah.
think for the meantime, bro, listen, honestly, we just want to build our community in it. Do you know what I mean? And you know what, people? Whether you like us, whether you agree with us, disagree with us, whatever. And I think the good thing about it is that obviously me and James kind of have like opposing opinions as well. Do you know what I mean? Even though James he's creeping over the dark side. Do you know what I mean? He's trying to creep. He's trying to
There's
look for
only
the
so
peace
much.
moment.
Yeah.
You know that.
There's only so much man can take in it. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
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 yeah.
you know the
I get
ones
it.
there. But I do think with certain things here, there's always like gonna be a back and forth between us. And
Well, it's
obviously
good.
at the start, like we wanna bring other people on as well, have our own community. And obviously, like I said, for now we wanna focus on Arsenal, but we also wanna go get to the stage where we're talking about everyone. Do you
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? Like just
Mm-hmm.
having a proper ultimate like football community where obviously the Arsenal is the core.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But we got man from different places, man from
Yeah.
City,
Yeah.
supporting Chelsea, etc., innit?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that
Yeah.
yeah, that's what it is, man. Do you know what I mean? Another great community to have on a football community to have on YouTube, man. Do you
Yeah.
know what I
Wicked,
mean?
man.
Obviously short term, focusing on Arsenal for the meantime, man. But yeah, obviously people you can catch us in it. I think at the moment we're doing minimum 2 shows a week. Do you know what I mean? Obviously we're gonna up that ish up, especially when the season and even preseason gets going. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? We definitely
Mm-hmm.
gotta up that shit up. Do you know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
don't worry about that, people. And I think we got a show tomorrow as well, people.
Good
2
time.
2 p.m. Do you know what I mean?
2 p.m.
A local Arsenal podcast. So yeah, man, we got that going on. Usually it's Mondays at 2 and Fridays at 2. So basically like and obviously when the season goes on, it's gonna continue like that. So there's like
Yeah.
preview to the weekend,
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
you know what I mean, and obviously other things in between as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's what you guys can look forward to, man, if you jump over
Wicked,
to the football locker room.
wicked, man, wicked. Yeah, and
Yeah.
I was saying that to James this morning. He got obviously because you two, like I said, two different sides of the coin, and that's a good dynamic to have in it. You don't want it to be an echo chamber. You don't want it to be boring. So I was saying, lean into that. Lean into that. Big up, Mr. Battered, Liverpool fan. That's what I'm trying to build over here. Just real ones, bro. It don't matter who you support. He said, how you spending 52 on Maddie Eggy bread when you could get Eze, who has a release clause for 60 to 68 in installments? I'll
Yeah.
let you take the floor with that, my bro.
Well, it's simple. It's because Arteta says so. There's not much more I can say, to be fair. Like, this is why, obviously, when you use Arsenal, what are the things I'll change? The first thing I mentioned was the management.
Management, yeah, yeah,
That was the first thing, man. Because
yeah.
we can't keep going. We can't keep, bro. Mad away, bro. Very quick reviews, yeah.
Hmm.
Because I know you've
Hmm.
got shows soon, yeah. Like, bro, it's just dawned me thinking about it. Look at the talent here that we brought in since 2023. Now, for me personally, yeah, the only ones I really give credit for, do you know what? I'll give it for Raya, I'll give it for Timber, I'll give it for Rice.
Yeah, that's it.
But everyone else is like, huh? And obviously
Mhm.
this season, let's say Zubi, I'm not even sure about. I can't lie to you. So
Yeah,
I'm just gonna go Yokeres. Four
Hmm.
man, bro. You know we signed 13 man. 13 man, and you're telling me only 4 man I could say raises the level.
And that's the
We
problem.
had we had Marino and Calafiori coming in. A man were telling me, "Oh, we bought in Sterling on loan." A man were telling me we're gonna win the Prem.
Marquee
Bro,
signings,
crack,
Moreno and Calafiori. Yeah.
bro. Just poor. Bro. We bought Havertz to play midfield. I
Bro.
look. I love Rice. I love what Rice brings. I think having a Rice is necessary,
Yeah.
but technically he ain't all that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just gonna be real with it. I don't
Yeah.
know. That's something Arsenal fans they don't like to hear.
Yeah.
He's very useful. He's needed, but I know what he is.
Hmm. Hmm.
I just know what he is. It's just like, bro, we don't really. Gyökeres is the only exciting talent. Do you know what I mean? Because Raya's a keeper. Keepers are rarely exciting. Do you know what I mean? Timber's a right back. Right? How often are right backs exciting?
Exciting. That's what I mean, man. That's
Do you
my
know what I
point.
mean? So it's like off the top of my head, I'm thinking Trent and Hakimi. Reece James, but I don't. You know what I mean? He doesn't. Yeah,
Mhm.
he's not. Do you know what I mean? But it's like
I get it.
exciting.
Yeah.
Gyökeres. That's
Yeah.
really and truly.
That is
It's
it.
just yeah, man.
That is it. Nah, bro. I feel that 100%, bro. Exactly. And that's my point exactly. That is my point exactly. You can't say he's cooking when we've literally got one guy that can raise the level. Like, you know what I mean? Big up Juno saying, good to hear. Okay, you talking between yourself. Big up Kwaja. This is Mikel Bin Laden settings. Absolutely. Terrorism football. Man said, take your pick. Hey, I'm telling you. Big up Kwaja. Big up Zero. Nice to have you in today. News that Arsenal closed the door on Rodrigo transfer. Yeah, I took a picture of it. Possibly Rodrigo rejected going to Arsenal. Maybe wants to go Liverpool. And why would you blame him? Uh, Dappings are going round. Yassa, I beg, burn the files you lot have on us. It's never gonna happen. I said, I'm good, my G. Big up, man. In his image, Arteta stopped trying to be God. Yeah, when you go into his office, bro, you just got him one holding the FA Cup, not the team, him one. Like that's a narcissist if you've ever seen one. Big up Kwaja. Um, yeah, big up, man. There's Yasser's link. Make sure we're getting a football locker rooms link in there as well. Make sure you guys are following the broski in it. Yeah, make sure you're showing him and James all the love. Don't be pagans. Big up, James said, "Yo, Godfrey, how are you? Sub to me and Shaq." Yeah. That's what we're just trying to say right now. So let's get the link in there, you guys, man. Make sure you guys show love. Yeah, I got you, bro. Yeah, man. All of my community, you know what we like to do over here. We like to show love. So make sure that you are following. All you got to do is hit the title of this stream and just press subscribe. Um, I love this brother Shaq keeping it real. Big up E Ross, man. Big up each
Up
and every
Eros,
time.
man.
Yeah, man. Gavin saying big up Quaja. Come on, man. Dre, yeah, they're getting into press conferences asking if Havertz has bulked up. And that's zippy, by the way. These men are part of the cabal. They're part of the problem. Why? Because they want access. They want to get super chats, memberships. They want to say, go to my Patreon. Yeah. These men are making Robbie Lau, he makes money out of us, win, lose, or draw, bro. Rain, sleet, or snow. So don't then come over here saying, why don't you support another team? Why can't I have a platform to say what I want? These men do, and they're not helping our club. He said Havertz bulked up, hurt, revolt that foot. Yeah, bro. These man, they're not asking him why you're not buying a striker. They're saying, oh, Havertz has bulked up, and my man's out here giggling and grinning and that. It's like he fancies him, bro. The Bartler and Neymar are players what love, watch it. Yeah, big up, man. Big up views, big up, man. And here's the link there. Make sure you guys are clicking on this link and showing, man, all the love in the world. Just sub Shaq. Big up, man. Big up E Ross. Big up Wahaha. Will you sign Garnacho after Hoyland? It's mad. Let me ask you about this Liverpool thing, what they're doing at the moment, because obviously they're trying to bully up Newcastle, but it don't look like it's gonna happen. They're putting money for Ekatike. You know what I mean? What do you think about Liverpool, bro? Because I think they're going to be a problem next season. The same as Man City. Like, why the fuck weren't we in for Turkey? 35 million euros.
Or just very quickly, yeah. I watched Leon games last season just for him.
Yeah.
Just for him. But this is what I'm talking about. Exciting, good talent. Even
Mm,
I know he's a joke. I watched him against
mm,
Juventus a little bit. Oh,
mm.
he's a joke. On the ball, he's a joke. He's actually a joke. You think Lewis Scully's good? You think Lewis Skelly's good? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's a joke. But yeah, no. So with Liverpool, no, they're definitely the favourites at the moment, man. Literally, their first three signings, and this is what I respect about it. First three signings, it's just straight team level raises.
Mm,
and it's also in position where it's needed. Do you know what I
mm,
mean? People been questioning Robertson. Obviously, Trent left. You could say that's something that the club probably could have dealt with better, but apparently Trent ran down his contract. But whatever in it. Now they've got two fullbacks that is just they're bombers, and that's going to give them more width,
yeah,
especially with Frimpong on the right as well.
as
Might have
well.
Salah a little bit centrally closer to goal. You know,
Jeez.
Ekitike. I haven't really watched him, but a lot of people say that he's sort of like a complete centre forward where he does a lot of different things. Do
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
So if they do get that over the line, I do think maybe one more attacker. Only because big up man, big up Mali. Only because I think they're looking to move on, what's his name? Harvey Elliott, and we
um,
don't and Darwin Nunes.
yeah,
And
yeah.
also the Luis Diaz saga, we don't know how that's gonna end. Because Barcelona just keeps bidding for him. So
Well,
they probably do need another probably two, three more players, maybe, do you know what I mean? But that's only because they're gonna move players on, man. But yeah, they definitely look the favourites, man.
yeah,
And I think they're solid all round. I think Man City are a joke going forward, but going back, they look pants
right,
at the
right.
moment. I don't know what's happened to Ruben Diaz.
Yeah,
I don't know what's happened to them, but he
that's a
don't look the
great.
same.
That is
Do
a
you know what I
great
mean? So
point.
yeah, right now Liverpool's at the
Yeah.
top, man.
Back to
Right
back
now.
settings, Drake settings, back to back. Big up, Dre said True Eddie was a chat. Yeah, that one got me, man. That was sick. Big up Shaq for that one. It was all part of his job description. Yeah, man can get you money off. You get me? He's trying to hit his commission. You know how it goes already. Big up Junior Films. I think his link is in the chat as well. Big up Paris Mandem. Welcome on in, man. Ain't seen you for a bit. Hope you're good, my bro. Yeah, man. Gavin's doing up dappings. There we go. There's another link in there for Mali Talks. We get mascara when Guehi Konza. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. And Shaq said that. You're talking about Premier League proven players. Do you understand what I'm saying? How can we say that my man's cooking, bro? Like it's I'm not excited by none of these dons.
To be
Eddie
fair,
Wilson.
not a big fan, not a big fan of Kwanzaa. To be fair, I would have spent
Okay,
failing on him, but now I
okay.
hear it.
Okay, no, that's fair. That's fair. All I'm saying is at least it will make more sense. Like when you talk of the levels dropping the moment you make a sub. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, no, but I hear you, bro. I mean, Kwanzaa, yeah, I'd say like you said, there was not Kwanzaa, you said Edri, was it Konza, innit? The other guy,
Kwanzaa,
Esri. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like it, and I like Gahey as well, bro. I really do, bro. Um, sorry, so I didn't even finish your comment, bro. Marquinhos was for free, but we gave him 3 million to keep good relations. Never went back. Where there is a fire, there is a rat, yeah, and smoke as well. Dre, that was money laundering, bro. That's what we
yeah.
do. This is
Good
the same.
man.
Yeah, this is
That's
the
a
same reason.
Breaking Bad business, man.
I'm
You know
telling
what I
you,
mean?
bruv. I'm telling you, bruv. This is the only
Oh,
reason we keep helping out Chelsea. I can't think of any other reason, man. Big up Gunner for life. Thank you for passing through again, bro. Big up views in the community. I'm all right, man. Hope you're good today, bro. No views. You're not being too negative, being too real. Well, there you go, man. Thank you ever so much, my bro. I'm trying and get through these things here because we just got over an hour and I've got under 10 minutes before the next stream. People call Turkish negative, bro. You know, I understand it's a job, and I understand that he's got good relations on AFTV, but Turkish, Dan and Curtis, probably the only ones who keep it real. Yardman as well. You know what I
yeah.
mean? The rest of those guys, bro, they don't keep it real. Let's just say that. Big up Capo, man. Big up, man. Thank you for passing through. Make sure all 20 of you are subscribing to Shaq, though, and Football Locker Room. Make sure you're showing them all the love. Hendo in the building. I didn't even see you, my bro. Big up Hendo, man. My Northwest gang. What's man talking about? Big up Paris, man. Then big up, man. Gahey is more expensive than mascara. Liverpool want backup for Kwanzaa. Neither suits Arsenal. Well, there you go. There you go. When Kim Unteta leaves, big party. Yeah, bro, it's like North Korea, isn't it? It's mad. Yeah, it's
No,
mad.
no, I'm taking that, man. Sergi, I'm taking
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? And there's Junior giving your link out. Big up, man. Make sure you guys are pressing it though. Yeah. Like I want to see them over 50 subs today. You know, like that. Don't be pagans. Eze, Lukman, Yokerez, Gehi, or what about Hato? I wanted Hato. Now Chelsea's talking about him. Bro, it's crazy, bro. Naipan or Turkey, and didn't Man City get Naipan and just shot him to Girona?
it.
It's mad.
Yeah.
It's mad. Yeah, it's
Bruh.
crazy, bro. Arsenal already closed doors on, but yeah, bro. And I knew that was gonna happen. I said it was gonna happen. I said it was gonna happen, but no one gives man ratings for that. Lookman looks like he's going to Atletico. Really? I thought he was going to Inter. Malero is still at UD Las Palmas, best 8 and false 10. There you go, man.
I thought Malero got sold.
I don't know. I weren't keeping up with
I,
it, to
I
be
could have
honest.
swear I saw maybe I don't know, maybe I got the wrong player then.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
I thought they moved him
He
on.
said, "I'm
Yeah.
good off Cunha." Nah, man, I would have taken Cunha, man. Definitely, 100% Paris. But like I said, everyone's different. I hear it though. I'm pretty sure we can all agree that no one would have picked Madueke, bro. I'm pretty sure. Would you take Rafa Leao? I would if we can get a decent price for him. What are you saying, Shaq? Rafa Leao?
I wouldn't for the money. I
Mm,
wouldn't.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, too
I hear that.
inconsistent.
I hear that.
Mm.
Zero. All the names I dropped could be done for under 300 million, and from in 6 months, guys, for under 400 million, Man City's basically bought a whole next team in 6 months. And everyone seems to think it's difficult. They've had prospects in there, they've had marquee players in there, they've had little backups in there. No one's saying they all have to be stars. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy. Assuming the budget they gave us was 300 million. Well, that assuming because that changes all the time as well. Phil Tilt is not in Madueke's favor when he's on the left side. I'm telling you, bro. 007, 20 likes. Big up Junior, man. It's decent on this one today. I'm not gonna lie. Sesko is linked to Saudi. Yeah, see you later, mate. Go and play NBA. Storage Wars. Big up E Ross. Storage Wars. We got hot points. We got Bosches. We got Whirlpools. You know, like that. Porn Stars FC. I'm telling you, man. But listen, guys, look again, and I can't even get to the end of the comments, but I've got 10 minutes before my next show. Sorry to have to cut it short. It's been enjoyable, Shaq, man. We'll definitely do it again. Like you said, what time are you on? You said you on what tomorrow, did you say, bro?
Yeah, tomorrow, 2 p.m. people.
2 p.m. If I'm still live at the time, I'll try and redirect to you guys as well, see if we can help you guys out. Make sure you go and subscribe to my guest though, man. This has been Under the Lens. We'll have to do it again soon, man. Not for Under the Lens, but we'll get something in, man. I said the same thing to James as well, man. Any last words, any last things you want to say or big up or shout
Oh,
outs, whatever you want to do, bro?
just big up everyone in the chat, man. Do you know what I mean? I know you got the likes up, people. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah, man.
good stuff, man. Hit the subscribe button as well, man. And yeah, look, love for having me on, man. I appreciate it. I've enjoyed this, man.
Yeah,
I've
man.
enjoyed this, bro. This been like therapy now. I can't lie, you
Bro,
know.
I'm telling you, man. I said the same to
Arsenal
James
therapy.
because he was like, "Oh man, like obviously
Yeah.
we don't agree," but I'm like, "We don't have to agree, man.
Mm,
We just need to have words. We just need to talk. That's all it is. Do you get me?" But yeah, man, it's been a great stream. Like I said,
yeah.
thank you so much for coming on. Always welcome. Big up Jimbo. You bought from the wrong gazebo. Yeah, yeah. No, as always. But yo, guys, obviously I've still got about maybe I might be a little bit late now, but not too much later, just after 2:15. So I'm not going to send you on just to sit in an empty room. Let's see who we can send you guys on to tomorrow. If we can, we will be trying to send you over to Shaq and to James if they're both on together. Like I said, man, thank you for coming on, bro. Let's see who we can send you guys to quickly. All right, we've got tops on at the moment, so we'll send you there, but we will be back in about 10 minutes, guys. So um we'll send you over to tops. Go and show him all the love in the world. Views raid. Big up to Shaq again. Football locker room. Always appreciated, man. This has been Under the Lens, and we will be back in about 10 minutes, people. Big up, man. Peace. Peace.